Just hit a button, Morty. Give me a beat.
Oh man, okay, alright,
How good is Jadon Sancho and how would he fit into Manchester United's systems? This video was co-researched by Charlie Howard Byrne. His Twitter's on the screen, so go over there and follow him. So in this video I will be analysing Jadon Sancho individually, how he'd work tactically in the Manchester United systems, and towards the end I'll even be comparing him against some of the other wingers in the league like RIYAD MAHREZ, RAHEEM Sterling and NICOLAS PEPE. So the deal to sign Jadon Sancho seems to be edging closer and may even be done by the time this video comes out, with reports that United are close to agreeing a deal with Dortmund where there will be a lump sum paid to Dortmund straight away, with the rest being paid in instalments, after Sancho and United have already agreed a 5-year contract according to many sources. But how good is Sancho actually? Is he overhyped or underappreciated? Well, Sancho can best be described as a modern day winger, similar in many ways to RIYAD MAHREZ, just instead of playing on the opposite side to his stronger foot, Sancho predominantly plays on the right and will most likely be deployed there by United. Sancho is an excellent dribbler. He has the ability to transition the attack from the middle to the final third by gliding past opposition players with the ball. This is extremely valuable when wanting to break down a compact defensive unit or when looking to counter-attack. In the final third, he also has a close control dribbling to move past players in intricate positions around the box, less reliant on his pace than someone like Kingsley Coman is, and he's able to quickly shift his feet to wrong foot players before accelerating past them. This dribbling ability can be seen as he's completed the 6th most dribbles of any player with more than 1,000 minutes in the Bundesliga this season, with 3 per 90 minutes. Unlike many young wingers, Sancho's dribbling is not even his most important attribute. That's his chance creating ability, which is just as good, if not better. He seems to always take the simple pass when around the box, however this is exactly what makes him so good. Rather than dwelling on the ball and potentially giving the defenders a chance to cut off or close down an option, Sancho plays a pass at the right time, giving his teammate the best possible opportunity of controlling the ball or shooting when they receive it. This contributes to Sancho creating high quality chances, not just a high quantity of chances, which can be seen when we look at his chance creation metrics. He has completed 2.7 key passes per 90 minutes, the 5th most in the Bundesliga, and has the 4th highest expected assist rate with 0.45 per 90. He isn't just a creator, he also contributes with his goal scoring as well. He has an expected goals rate of 0.37 goals per 90 minutes, which is incredibly high for a wide player, showing that Sancho's movement and ability to get into goal scoring positions is at a top level already. He is also exceptional at finishing those chances when he gets them, scoring 0.67 goals per 90 minutes, higher than Rashford's 0.39 per 90 for Manchester United this season, which is a massive overperformance as he's scoring 0.30 more goals per 90 minutes than expected. This comes from his composure in the box, where he's able to control the ball in a congested area, shift the ball into the perfect position, and then has a perfect technique to finish past the keeper. So when Sancho comes into United's side, he'll take up the position on the right flank in the 4-2-3-1. In possession, I'll imagine we'll see Sancho holding his width a lot more than Greenwood did on that right side, as this will firstly give United more advanced width in the system, stretching the opposition's defensive shape. Sancho, like Rashford on the other side, will begin to make movements in field into the half spaces when the ball moves into the opposition's half and the United fullbacks overlap down the flanks. Sancho's interplay around the box is one of his best attributes and a vast improvement on United's current right wing options. With Fernandes, Martial, most likely Pogba on that side of the field, United's one-touch interplay should go to another level, with Sancho able to use Martial as a wall to bounce the ball off and then make runs off of Martial's deeper movements around the box. The one thing I think United do need to improve with Sancho coming into the attack is a contribution from the right back. At Dortmund, Sancho had Hakimi behind him, who's incredibly dynamic, able to make powerful runs overlapping and underlapping Sancho, dragging players away, and thereby giving Sancho more space to move into or the option of playing a pass down the channel to find Hakimi's run. Wan-Bissaka has neither Hakimi's athleticism or his dribbling or crossing ability, so this definitely is an area United need to improve, whether it comes from Wan-Bissaka improving this part of his game, or Williams or Dalot taking that spot behind Sancho. From that right side, we could see Sancho moving in field into the half space, with Fernandes pushing over to the left, and essentially giving United a double pivot in the attacking midfield. This would be a necessary tactic to implement against sides who look to press Pogba and Matic aggressively, with their midfield pushing up the pitch. This way Fernandes and Sancho can drop into the pockets either side of the defensive midfielder to pick up the ball. Alternatively, we could also see Sancho playing in a front two in Solskjaer's 5-2-3 shape that he seems to like to deploy against more dominant sides when looking to sit deeper and transition the attack quickly with more direct passes. Sancho would play the same wide forward role as Daniel James, offering the pace down the right channel, but obviously being a massive upgrade when it comes to chance creation or overall end product in the final third. He could also be used in the Bruno Fernandes role just off the front two, having the technical ability to start from a central position as well as on the flank. So Sancho is an extremely versatile player, able to play across the line in the three behind the centre forward, whilst also being versatile in terms of playing in different systems. He can play from the right in a more methodical attacking system, such as in a 4-2-3-1, or a quick transition in attack like the 5-2-3. But with Sancho coming into league, how does he compare to other top wingers like Sterling, MAHREZ and NICOLAS PEPE? For the statistical comparison, I will be using the 2019-2020 league season, as it seems like the fairest way to compare. But when we compare him to NICOLAS PEPE at Arsenal this season, we see that Sancho vastly outperforms him when it comes to goal scoring metrics, having a non-penalty XG more than double Pepe's and scoring more than triple the amount of goals per 90 minutes. This suggests that Sancho is better at getting into goal scoring positions from the flank and better at finishing those chances as well. Sancho's XG per shot of 0.183 per 90 compared to Pepe's 0.081 per 90 tells us that Sancho is more selective with his shots, less likely to take low goal scoring probability shots from long range than Pepe, and more likely to move the ball on and wait till he gets into the box before getting shots away, which in general is more beneficial to the side's overall attacking system. Creatively, Sancho also dominates Pepe, having an expected assist rate that is nearly double Pepe's, completing more passes into the opposition's box, and having more shot creating actions. So from a statistical point of view, we can see that Sancho at this current point is a level above NICOLAS PEPE. When we compare him to MAHREZ, the difference in quality isn't as big. Sancho's XG per 90 and goals per 90 are above MAHREZ, but the Manchester City man is still recording huge numbers and overperforming his XG by a considerable amount. MAHREZ is scoring 0.43 goals per 90 minutes from a non-penalty XG of 0.27 per 90, but this goes to show just how big Sancho's goal scoring numbers are for a winger. The expected assist rate, passes into the box and dribbles are all around the same mark, showing that Sancho is just as good at MAHREZ when it comes to chance creating, but is outperforming him when it comes to the goal scoring department, which just gives him the edge in the comparison. It's a comparison to Raheem Sterling that is a real interesting one, with both most likely fighting for a starting spot for England at the Euros next summer. In terms of goal scoring, they're pretty much equal, with Sterling's XG being a slightly bit higher, but that may come from him playing in the Pep Guardiola side, so there really isn't much difference at all. Interestingly enough, Sancho has recorded a higher expected assist rate, completes more passes into the box, and has more dribbles, which in my opinion says that Sancho is the better chance creator. However, I do acknowledge that Sterling's intelligence and off-the-ball movement is still above Sancho's, which is why I'd consider Sterling just a better player at the moment, but that also does come from him playing in a better quality offensive system, and I think next season Sancho will overtake Sterling and become England's best winger. So how would I rate Sancho overall? Well, in terms of current ability, I think his numbers prove that he is world class right now. If anyone was in any doubt, he's competing with the top wingers in Europe in terms of output, and I expect him to sustain this in the Premier League next season, which is why I'm going to give him a current ability rating of 8.2, inside the world class bracket. For potential ability, I think Sancho can and should be competing for the Ballon d'Or by the age of 25 and 26, which is why I'm giving him a potential ability rating of 9.5, well inside the legendary class bracket. So for United, this is an amazing signing, not just for Sancho's current ability, which in itself will take them to another level, but also because Sancho is still just 20, so United have another 12 years at least left of Sancho at a top class level, and he's only going to improve drastically over the next few seasons. I will also be finishing my series on the 4 players under 30 million that I think United should potentially be looking to sign this summer. Obviously it looks like Sancho's signing, which takes away the right wing spot, so I'll be doing 3 players, with the centre midfield and centre back spots being discussed, and you can see the first episode of that series where I talk about the left back that could be signed for Manchester United for under £30 million. That video will be linked in the description in the Manchester United playlist, where you can watch my other Manchester United analysis. So thank you for watching. If you like that video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you get notified when those videos come out.